I hope everyone is well, and welcome to Parenting Monday. Today's topic, children and discipline. Now, for me, and probably a lot of other people, this is a touchy subject, so I want to make sure I approach it, very carefully. Now, let me start off by asking this question first. Is disciplining your child necessary? Now, I'm going to move forward, but if you would, type Y for yes or N for no. Now, I'm going to move forward. I say absolutely yes. If you want your child to become anything, you want your child to learn, to become anything, they have to have discipline and structure. Discipline and structure, okay? But it's how you discipline your children. It's how you discipline them, okay? All right, so let me talk about myself for a second. I grew up in a time of Gen X, when harsh talk and butt whippings was the norm. Now, I have to admit, I was mischievous, so I acted out, a lot of times. So I stayed, getting put on restriction and, a belt to my behind. Now, little did I know, this was programming me for how I would raise my children. Think about that for a second. Little did I know, this was programming me for how I would raise my children. Now, hear me out. When I say that I'm not throwing shade at my parents for how they disciplined me, because they were only doing as they were taught, okay? Now, the way they disciplined me didn't kill me because, I turned out pretty good. I did some time in the military, and I did some time as a police officer. So, I came out pretty good, all right? But having 4 kids and raising those children the same way that I was raised, later I learned that whipping a child isn't necessarily needed. Yeah. Because after my children grew up, I had to do a lot of apologizing, because of how it affected them. Okay. Now, none of my children have ventured down, that dark pathway of wrongdoing, and I'm thankful for that. But the way I disciplined them could have been so much better had I known better. Okay, so the side effects of whipping and beating a child can leave unforeseen scars. I'm a product of that. Okay, my grandmother, my grandfather, both my aunts, both my on my mother's side, and aunts on my father's side. They all gave me spankings. It was challenging, as a child. Now, it didn't kill me, because like I said, I came out, I was a pretty good person, but it can leave unseen scars. Okay, and for those of us who are Gen Xers, we've had to go and talk to somebody. Now, there's a lot of us out there that haven't. We haven't talked to our parents. We haven't talked to a therapist. So let's talk about how we discipline our children. Okay. First and foremost, we can't be a friend and parent too. All right, it just sends too many mixed signals. All right, early in the early stages. But I do believe a friendship can be built over time as my parents built with me. Okay. But starting out, you are the parent, and the child is a child. Okay. But I've learned, that you don't necessarily have to spank a child if it's not needed. Okay. With my grandchildren, I've learned that a stern voice and clear communication is a more stable type, discipline. Now, this is where we're probably going to agree to disagree. Some will say at no point should you hit a child. Okay. Now, let me say this. Every child is different. Okay. So, if a child insists on doing what they want to do and will not listen to what you have to say, then I firmly believe a much firmer discipline is in order. Now, know that a child is going to test limits and boundaries. So, as I've said before, you have to start setting respectful and healthy boundaries early. Now, this is what we're teaching our grandchildren. We're building a firm foundation of communication and discipline. Okay, and as I've learned before, like I said, as I said, every child is different. Okay, every child is different. And what works in your household may not work in their household. Okay? But if you're just, starting out, or a seasoned parent or grandparent, I have a few things for you. Okay? Now, I myself, I will not spank my grandchildren. I refuse to. After what I have been through, as a child, I will not spank my grandchildren. But I will firmly correct them as needed, discipline them, and give them the evil eye as needed. Okay? Here's a few things to remember as a parent or grandparent. Okay? Number one, execute clear communication to your children. Execute firm communication, clear communication to your children if needed. Okay? Number two, create boundaries of respect early. Number three, allow your child to respectfully communicate with you. Welcome their talks and tells of what's going on with them. All right? If you have an open line of communication with your children, a continuous open line of communication with your children, you'll know what's going on with your children. You know if they're being bullied in school, if they're having issues, learning, or whatever may be going on with them. You will have insight by having clear communication with your child. Okay? Number four, create a safe haven that your child can feel protected, safe, and able to respectfully express themselves around you. Now, number five, create and allow a respectful open door policy. Okay? Allow your child to, come talk to you freely. Okay? Like I said, if you have a continuous open line of communication with your child, you'll always know what's going on with your child. Okay? Now, number six, don't ever be afraid to discipline your child, because if you don't discipline your child, you as a parent will grow to regret it. All right? Now, listen, disciplining children shouldn't be complicated, and you as a parent shouldn't be made to feel guilty because you have to check your child every once in a while. All right? I've had to check my granddaughter. She's the oldest of the three that's here in the house, and I've had to check my granddaughter, a few times about her mouth, about being selfish, and a firm checking, clear communication. I've had, each time that she does it, I check her. And for me, all right, having been through what I've been through, for me, I feel that it's a more effective and efficient way of disciplining. Okay. Now, some folks out there may see it different, but I myself will not spank my grandchildren. I refuse to. Yeah. But a spanking or pop on the hand should be the last resort. Okay. Incorporate firm, consistent techniques to correct your child's behavior. All right. You'll thank yourself later, and your child will thank you when they grow up. All right. All right. Now, if you found this helpful, please like, subscribe, and share with someone who needs it. Okay. Now, this will also help me out as well. All right. Now, this will also be available on my YouTube page, Clinton Wilder Positive Living, and I'm asking you to please stop by my page. It's a very positive page. You can come to the page, and you can get uplifted, you can get motivated, you can get informed. It's just a feel-good page with a lot of good stuff on there that's good for the mind and good for the spirit. All right, so please come by and check it out. And if you find something you like, hit that subscribe button and share it, please. All right. Many blessings to everybody. I appreciate you all's support thus far. Expect more great content coming from me in the near future.